Today, fighting against the Terminids was bolstered by the arrival of the Helldivers, marking the start of Operation Valiant Enclosure. According to the Ministry of Defense, the Terminids will be safely quarantined once more by the end of the month. We go now to breaking news. We've just received what appears to be the first confirmed footage of the emerging automaton threat. The Helldivers are deploying as we speak to strike a number of automaton military installations. With fighting on two fronts, this will be the largest Helldiver mobilization since the First Galactic War.
Welcome, Helldiver. Operation Valiant Enclosure has begun. With your aid, we shall drive the Terminids back into their galactic pen. The aim of Operation Valiant Enclosure is the installation of a new interplanetary defense system that will encircle and contain the Terminid menace. Helldiver, the automatons have launched brazen attacks within our dominion. We must respond immediately.
Breaking news. The automatons have just launched surprise invasions of multiple developed worlds. In response, the Helldivers have been partially redirected from Operation Valiant Enclosure to defend against the bot incursion.
First the Terminids, now the automatons. Let any other fiends that wish to bedevil democracy emerge now, so the deliverance may begin as well. This incursion will not stand. The Automaton Legion must be repelled. The Terminids seem to have swarmed in response to the Helldiver assault, much like a well-booted anthill. And now that anthill shall face annihilation. The Terminids spent decades content on the E710 farms. Now their most destructive instincts run rampant, to the detriment of all.
Tianquan is home to the new exosuit technology, and it is only a matter of time before the automatons discover the arsenal and steal it for themselves. Orders are to liberate Tianquan before it's too late.
The path to the barrier planets is fully purged. Construction of the Terminid control system can begin at last.
With Termicide dispersion towers now installed across the barrier planets, the Helldivers have begun operations to fully activate the Terminid control system. The Termicide is reportedly proving extremely effective, with experts saying the benefits to the local ecology far outweigh the loss of some native species.
The Terminids are a force to be harnessed, not a scourge to be cleansed. Liberty demands our temperance. For too long, we have allowed these upstart robots to harry our heels. Now, while the Termicide keeps the bugs at bay, we may at last expunge this animatronic nuisance.
Helldivers continue efforts to eradicate the automaton threat in Operation Swift Disassembly.
We began by taking back the Trigon sector, a seemingly hopeless front. Our Supreme Intelligence has implemented new weaponry that specifically countered their weak points. We spent days breaking into the Severn sector with back-and-forth defenses until we finally broke through in Ubanea. The long-awaited liberation of Malevolent Creek followed, avenging our fallen comrades. We are nearing the end of the final phase of Operation Swift Disassembly. We have Maya, we have Tibet, we have them cornered in Durgan. There is but one thing left to do, Data Archive. Save our citizens. Annihilate the automaton threat. Once and for all. It has been officially announced that Procreation application... Wait a minute, Data Archive. LibCon 1. What is this?
In a shocking development, a massive automaton fleet has invaded Cyberstan and the surrounding systems. Early reports indicate that this armada may be over 10 times larger than all previously encountered automaton forces.
To begin our counteroffensive, orders are to secure Menkent and Lasath to establish an orbital defense line against the automatons. And behind this line, Vernon Wells has been established as a forward command base. Automatons deployed factory striders en masse in a desperate attempt to overtake Marfark. Helldivers showed those Marfarkan bots the power of the right to vote. Within 12 hours, the Helldivers exterminated 2 billion Terminids, causing a panic for biomass collection teams.
I was thinking, Helldiver, We know the flying bugs came from the termicide mutations, but what about the flying bugs? You know, is it just a coincidence that they started flying at the same time? Or is it some kind of bug-bot collusion? I'm just saying, someone ought to look into that.
Phase 1 would be to secure Chuhe or Penta to secure and rescue a new stratagem. The airburst rocket launcher was proven to be extremely powerful. Its power level is still a little unmanageable.
The termicide has backfired, twisting the planet of Meridia into a Terminid supercolony. An unforeseeable, devastating outcome.
On Meridia, some of the remaining Terminids not only survived, but actually began reproducing up to 20 times faster than before. The Helldivers may be in a race against time to deactivate the TCS.
The situation was worse than we thought. The Terminids had already constructed massive nests around the Terminid control systems. But once again, the Helldivers pushed to accomplish the impossible, and the TCS was disabled in time. Spores continued to erupt from the Meridian supercolony.
Black hole that spaghettified 12 facility members before evaporating. Production of weaponized dark fluid is scheduled to resume tomorrow, with no shortfalls projected in support of the ongoing operation to destroy the Terminid supercolony.
For this reason, we have since placed all of the 1.5 billion useless scrap toasters into our galactic landfills. We will see further delay to receiving the new stratagem.
Citizens of all ages and classifications are signing up to serve in what is now being called the Second Galactic War. According to reports, nearly 100% of able-bodied citizens have already voluntarily enlisted into the Super Earth Armed Forces.
Many have reported an underperformance of the new Emancipator exosuits due to lower than expected firepower. This, of course, is treason.
We must annihilate the Meridian supercolony now, or see the entire galaxy twisted by its corruption.
Phase 1 of Operation Enduring Peace is to liberate Angel's Venture, Fenrir 3, and Turing to secure 3 warp links to maintain an uninterrupted assault on the supercolony. The Helldivers' first drops on Meridia was a sight to behold. Dark fluid packs are to be transported and dispensed into the planet using tectonic drills. But upon successfully deploying the dark fluid payloads, Helldivers have experienced massive tremors that result in the release of endless Shrieker swarms. At this point, it was clear it was only a matter of time before we would succeed. As the final dark fluid payloads were dispensed, the tremors grew much more violent, until suddenly, every super destroyer in orbit was overridden to FTL jump to Super Earth. It was over. The supercolony was no more.
Thanks to the courageous efforts of the Helldivers, the planet Meridia was successfully collapsed into a black hole, destroying the supercolony and its mutated strain of Terminids. Concerns of unforeseeable impacts from the use of dark fluid have proved largely unfounded, experts say, with only minor space-time distortions observed in the areas surrounding the singularity. Looking ahead, the Helldivers are also preparing to mount a counterattack against the automatons.
Some key words were referenced multiple times throughout the data trove: Vessel 00, Nucleus, and the Final Collective. In the much-anticipated vote to save the very sick children or the anti-tank mines began shortly afterwards. Of the options to save the most freedom, 11% decided saving the anti-tank mines would be best. 27% decided to shoot a bug, and 61% of all Helldivers decided to save the very sick children on Vernon Wells.
We'll always be grateful. Now we can grow up to become Helldivers too, with Liber Tea.
But drilling our nuclear weapons deep into the ground and nuking their nurseries is having a significant effect. High Command has indicated that this bot invasion of the Tsar sector could be seeking to defile the memorial of Malevolent Creek. The Helldivers' superior tactical brilliance led the way to another victory against these electronic idiots we call our enemies. Despite the harsh acidic environments and extreme temperatures on Esker, the liberation of the planet posed surprisingly little challenge for the Helldivers. Buried in the ruins of a lab from the First Galactic War are plans for a powerful interplanetary battle station. Orders are to hold X-45 until the plans are found. An intact cache of a lost support weapon from the First Galactic War has been discovered in the lab, the Commando rocket launcher. Thanks to the valiant defense of the Helldivers of X-45, the plans for the interplanetary battle station have been received. Work completing this research will commence shortly. Helldivers are ordered to shoot a bug, explode a bug, set a bug on fire, or whatever else their freedom-loving minds can come up with. The time has come to retake our planets. The first step will be to cut off the bot-occupied planets from Cyberstan, then surround and liberate the cut-off sectors. With the electronic idiot supplies and reinforcements in disarray, orders are to eradicate them from the Andromeda sector. Helldivers were redirected to the Terminid front for the sake of shoot a bug. In their desperation, the bots have deployed orbital cannons to slow down our offensive. Though we were not able to meet all the requirements, only 3 planets remain. A mine stratagem efficacy review has been ordered. If the Helldivers are not able to kill 1.5 billion enemies, the anti-tank mines will finally be authorized. An unusually large interstellar spore cloud was noted in the area. The dubious reports indicated the presence of new Terminid variants, which is ridiculous and likely unfounded. As Helldivers deployed to Socorro 3, we saw exactly what we expected. New Terminid variants.